Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Myshuno Renovations. This is the Medina Studios renovations. 3 apartments, 2 small one big one. And I'm totally ready for it. I was really in the mood to build this, even so that I built 2 versions of each apartment. I wanted to show the first version I did, but looking back on it, I didn't like it as much as this one, so I'm sticking to this one and showing you this one. Yeah, so maybe I will post some photos on Twitter or something of the other version. I will upload them anyway to my gallery, so you can see them anytime you want. Just not in a speed build. I thought it was maybe too much time and a bit too much in general. So here we have the first apartment. It's a medium apartment in size. I really like all these 3 apartments. I think these are my favorite apartments in the whole game. And I hope you can see that in how I built and decorated the builds, the apartments I mean. I think this one was for a small family, I figured. So maybe 1 child and a baby, or you can make the children's room into a room for 2 children, maybe a twin or something. A small living room with an open kitchen. I really love the open kitchen because it gives a great feeling to how the apartment feels. It feels open. It feels like you can communicate from every room, every part of the apartment. So I'm really happy with it. I'm really sad that all the how do you call these, the fireplaces are all very, very big. So if you have a small apartment, you can't really put in a small fireplace. If you want to put something on it, as you saw, that's not possible. So I really hope in the future they will make smaller fireplaces so they can be added into this these kind of things. And I just saw that the lamp I put it through the wall. I'm so sorry, I just noticed it. Oh well, you can fix it probably, or I will fix it before I upload it to the gallery. That's really stupid. For the bathroom, I went with all spa pack stuff. I really love that pack. I am crazy about Spa Day, the furniture in it, the bathtubs and all that sort of things. Maybe it's because I really love to go to the spa in real life. I don't know. It's just, it gives some luxury feeling without being over the top luxurious. So I really like that. You still have a sense of your own spa at home feeling without being too much of it. The room for the parents I kept clean, but here and there are some clutter items that suggest they are into creative hobbies, something like that, a hobby kit, or maybe the mom makes their own clothes or something. I really love this mirror. I believe it came with Get Famous, the whole lining around it, and it's much bigger than the one in Spa Day. Which I really love as well, of course. So yeah, I didn't want to make a very cluttered home this time because it is small, and if you clutter it, it feels really crowded and cramped up. And I love in my builds that it has a spacious feeling. So colors, open rooms, or at least not all stuff in it and cluttered and that you feel, whoa, this is far too much. Am I living in a hoarder's house or just a normal family house? So I'm going for that I'm living in a fun family house where it's being lived, and not for, hey, this is part one of the Hoarders episode. So yeah, this is the children's room. I gave that a little props as well, like sporting stuff and a lot of toys and all that sort of thing. I wish we had more clutter toys, because if I remember my children's room, it was always cluttered with toys, with Barbies and Playmobil and Legos and all that sort of thing. So it's a bit of a shame that we can't clutter up all the children's rooms, because I think that would be far more realistic. But I think this is okay as well. This is the second apartment. It's a really small one. So I figured I would go with a starter's apartment. So this is under 20,000 simoleons. I believe it's around 15,000 simoleons. So your sim would have money over to go spend on food and that kind of stuff. I figured it was more of a guy's apartment, so I made the colors a bit darker. I incorporated the clothing rack from Get Famous. I really love that. It gives also that open feeling that I like. Maybe your clothes would get a little stuffy, but oh well, it's The Sims, so who cares? And also in this part, I didn't make the bathroom a separate room, because the living area is very small, and I figured if you would close off the bedroom, you would get that cramped feeling of, whoa, this is a really small space, and this way you have the feeling it's kind of bigger than it looks. At least I think it looks like that. So put a lot of stuff here and there, like that sort of a thumb bar thing. I figured it was fun. A mirror above it so you can check your hair or whatever when you come out of your bed and going for breakfast or something. Also sport stuff and some kitchen items. Just very basic, but it also looks like there's someone living in it. So I really hope you like this one as well. Still, the mouse hole is in it, so you will have problems with mice, but oh well, there's a price for everything before you can move up. And this is the last apartment of the Medina studios, and I am in love with this apartment. It's big enough to make it for a family, but you can also make it for one sim, and then very luxurious rooms like a gaming room and a full spa day with a sauna in it, and a big bathroom and an open clothing area, a walk-in closet. I really should get my English together. So I went for this time for a family home. So with 2 rooms for children, one for the parents, of course, a few bedrooms, and a very big area for the living room and that sort of things. So I really love how this worked out. I didn't have really a theme for these 3. Normally I would do something of a theme, so I would incorporate the color orange or a certain couch or whatever in, so it all fits a little bit together. With this 3, I just went with what I liked. This is how I normally build my own rooms that I do my plays in, that I'm gaming at. So no theme here. This is just me going the way I like it. So I'm really curious if you like this kind of style or what I normally do. It is similar, I will say that. There aren't many ways in how you can set furniture. I mean, it still has to look normal and livable. But I try to mix it up a little bit. But this time I just went with what I felt was right, what I liked, and no theme whatsoever. And I still think they look like they are matching. So that wasn't intended, but I liked how it came out anyways. At this build I don't have really much to say. I just like how it came out. Yes, and I would really love to hear what you think of it, and if there's a certain style you like to see in next episodes of the renovations. If you have thought of a pack that I haven't used very much, please give suggestions. I will take them into account when I make my next renovations. And I always love to push myself to do some new stuff and new things, and challenge myself in that way. So if you can help me with that, that would be awesome. And yeah, I don't know what to say other than I hope you are having a very good weekend. Maybe you went into the mystery of Strangerville. I'm almost finished with the mystery, so I wouldn't spoil anything. I just want to say I really love the pack. It's a beautiful world. It's fun to do a story like that. It reminded me of the Sims 3 World Adventures, which I really, really love, and I really miss playing that one. So I'm glad they incorporated something like that into a game pack for the Sims 4, so we can still have a little bit of that story feel. And the clothing and all that other stuff is very cool too. I didn't like Oasis Springs. I'm not into I don't know how you call the woestijn. That's the Sahara and that sort of things, just dry places. But I have to say Strangerville feels really homey and beautiful, and it has more colors. It feels far more alive than Oasis Springs for me, so I'm really glad they gave this back to us. So if you don't have it yet, I think it's something you should save up for. Even if you're not into Western stuff, I still think it's a fun addition to have. Also for the build mode, it has gorgeous windows and doors in it, and I'm just alone for that. You should buy the pack if you're a builder. And if you are into gameplay, the gameplay is mostly story based, all that's extra, but I think it's really fun to do. And although you can only play the story one time, I think there are many different options in which you can go around to solving the mystery, so you can take each time with a different approach. I think that's a fun addition that they put that in as well. So you can still play a little bit differently. Okay, we just finished the children's rooms. I made one for the guys and the girls. But of course you can change it up any way you like. And this is the parents' room. I normally don't put curtains in my builds. I just noticed it, so I figured I should put in more curtains. So I'm trying to incorporate that as well, but sometimes they don't really match up with each other. So sometimes it just annoys me too much to incorporate them in my builds, but oh well. So this was the part. I really hope you loved it, and I hope to see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.